So in this video I'm going to be talking about hints and tips I've been given to make my magazine review. So obviously I need to include the film name in capital letters or italics. I need to be definite with your critique and therefore have one side of an argument, and then the audience can kind of choose whether they disagree or agree to certain points that you make. Also, I need to make sure I do not overuse single descriptive words and don't make any sweeping statements. For example, I will not generalize the population and therefore say put it in context to my short film. I will in fact take a more third person approach and step back when making any statements. I mentioned directors' names and production company because obviously this is a key part, especially in making a short film, as the purpose of short films is to, sort of show your work, so the producer's definitely going to want their name on the magazine review if it were a real thing. Your review must have a beginning, middle, and an end, and this kind of means that I need to have an introduction, the main chunk of it, which might get more into the narrative side of things and analysing the narrative, and then an end, which will sort of clarify what the reviewer thought of it, and then again, the audience can kind of have their own take on that when reading it. In short, everything is placed in context for your reader. This is another tip I've been given by my teacher, and it sort of implies that again I'm looking at target audience. I need to make sure that I'm addressing the target in specifically the right way. You must mention the fact that you are reviewing a short film, because obviously this is a tip I've been given in the fact that if you're reviewing a short film, it may be different to a feature length, and therefore you won't want to give away as much of the narrative. Another one is if you quote other reviews, say where they came from. So this is obviously important. I don't want to be copywriting. People might have copyright on their things, so I'll include all quotes and where I'm getting them from. And then the last one is you must explain all statements. Remember, you're reviewing a film that nobody has supposedly seen. So therefore, I need to explain my narrative to people when making my review, and also sort of explain everything I'm doing, just because the audience hasn't seen it, and therefore it might confuse them. So yeah, that's about it. I've got my hints and tips that I've been given, and I'll take them into consideration when making my own.